In the previous video we've looked at the price movement of Bitcoin, and I told you if the price movement of Bitcoin is going to break this critical level, that this is going to be a fast move with a fast recovery. If we're going to break the 88.6 and come all the way back down to the range low, and yes, I even updated you in my free Telegram group that I do expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to get a bounce round about the 90,000 US dollars, and that we're going to see a fast recovery all the way back up to the levels of 94,000 US dollars, and exactly that happened. Yes guys, we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin is extremely volatile, exactly within this major range low. But like I told you before, this is a major accumulation or redistribution zone where all of these major institutions are going to load up on all the people that are going to sell at this fearful moment. Because yes, at the moment we can see a lot of fear in the markets. The US Department of Justice has cleared to sell 6.5 billion in Bitcoin, but we're going to find out what effect does it have on the market and what can we expect in the immediate short term, because yes, we have two major factors that are going to occur within the next 2 weeks. First of all, the full moon, which is going to be in 3 days, and yes, you know I love the moon phases, so we're going to look at the moon phases and where we could expect this major reversal. But ultimately guys, on the 20th of January, we're going to see the inauguration of Donald Trump into the White House, so this could either be a sell the news event and a major correction towards the downside, or we could expect a major pump, because this overall is extremely bullish with Donald Trump being a pro-crypto president. So ultimately guys, I do expect that once again this is going to be the bottom, so accumulate exactly here. We're going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin, look at all the news, and of course we're going to look at Solana. But most importantly guys, if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe. But most importantly guys, now's the time to accumulate, because I really do believe that this is going to be the bottom for Bitcoin. First of all, we're going to look at the Fibonacci retracement levels on the daily chart to look at the important level that Bitcoin needs to break, and yes, we can directly see the 61.8 from this major correction all the way to the high. This was exactly this reversal all the way back down to the 88.6. We broke this level, came all the way to the 91,200 US dollars. Yes, as I posted in my free Telegram group, this would have been my worst case for Bitcoin, coming all the way to the 90,000. But guys, I told you that this is going to be a fast move. Yes, maybe we could have expected a wick below the 90,000 US dollars just to get all the weak hands out and to scare even more people, because it's obvious all these major institutions, they need your selling pressure, that you're selling your Bitcoin so that they can accumulate in these huge amounts. But yes, this is going to be the first major level for Bitcoin, coming back above the 61.8 retracement level, which perfectly lines up with the 13 moving average, this white line. The average price movement of Bitcoin over the past 13 days. This gives us the overall indication, are we in a bullish or even in a bearish trend if the price movement of Bitcoin trades underneath the 13 moving average. But we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin is a little bit volatile, and that's why we're going to go on the even lower time frames to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. But guys, let's first of all look at the news, because first of all, the US has declared to sell 6.5 billion in Bitcoin. Will it crash the price movement of Bitcoin? So first of all guys, yes, we've seen this before when the German government sold a huge amount of Bitcoin from confiscated Bitcoin, and yes, it affected the market, but only short term. But this time it's going to be different, because some of the analysts speculate that the outgoing Joe Biden administration may sell all government-held Bitcoin in a politically motivated decision ahead of Donald Trump's upcoming presidency. But yes, this is going to be different compared to the German government selling Bitcoin, because they're going to be auctioned off. So this means that it has little effect on the price movement of Bitcoin. And yes, with all these major corporations or institutions or even countries, states loading up on Bitcoin, the US government selling 6.5 billion could be absorbed in just a week. Don't panic. And yes, I even posted on X, success is not a straight line. The journey is filled with ups and downs. Stay focused on the long term, keep building and trust the process. Because during this bull market guys, we can see these major retracements. Even a 40% correction within a bull market is absolutely normal, because nothing can go up in a straight line. We need these accumulation phases of Bitcoin, Because on the weekly chart of Bitcoin, we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin goes up in stairs. And this is exactly what we want to see, because here we formed the bottom for Bitcoin. We saw a major pump, consolidation, a major pump, consolidation, major pump, a long consolidation where I told you once again that this is just a major manipulation. A lot of people called for even lower numbers, even that the price movement could come down all the way to the 30,000 US dollars. And yes, they just absorbed all the selling pressure, these major corporations, and the price movement turned around and we saw this major breakout. And once again, we are seeing this consolidation. And this is just absolutely normal and is healthy for the overall crypto market, because once again, nothing can go up in a straight line. And yes, even during the previous bull market, we saw this major retracements of 40% or even 20% during these major pumps towards the upside. So this is absolutely normal, guys. Even this major correction we saw, we turned around and the price movement of Bitcoin came all the way back up and even formed a new all-time high. So yes, guys, I even said before that this major time is going to be extremely volatile. We got major institutions, major corporations entering the crypto market, and they want to accumulate huge amounts of Bitcoin. And in the previous video, we looked at all the stats that all these Bitcoin that are getting mined and getting onto the market, they're just being absorbed from these major institutions. And yes, once again, they need all of this selling pressure. All the weak hands that are selling exactly at these levels just before the inauguration. So yes, guys, this is just a major scare tactic from the DOJ to get a lot of people fearful and not buying the dip exactly here. Because remember, like I said before, this is just a major manipulation to get all the weak hands out. And I do expect some volatility all the way to the 20th. When Donald Trump is going to enter its presidency. But yes, guys, we have a major bullish factor, the full moon. And yes, we've looked at the moon cycles before and it's extremely accurate. We're going to turn on the moon phases and the next full moon is going to be in exactly 3 days and 6 hours. So ultimately, guys, if we're going to look at the previous full moon, exactly here, we saw a consolidation 3 days before this major breakout and the full moon, and then we saw this bullish move all the way to a new all-time high. And even the full moon before, we saw volatile moves before the full moon 3 days before, like we see exactly now. And afterwards, exactly on the full moon, we saw this bullish move towards the upside. And yes, even if we're going to go one full moon back, exactly here where we broke out from the 7-month consolidation period, we once again saw 3 days before a lot of volatility and a small correction. But ultimately, guys, we saw this bullish move after the full moon, and I do believe we're going to get this bullish impulse over the weekend and this major breakout on Monday, breaking the 61.8 and even the 38.2, which perfectly lines up with the 50 moving average. This is going to be a very important level in between the 100,000 US dollars and the 6.8, perfectly lining up with the 13 moving average exactly at the price level of 95,800 US dollars. So this is going to be an extremely important level for the price movement of Bitcoin, that we're going to break this level, or even hold this level and form higher lows and higher highs. And all you should be doing exactly within this major correction and this fearful moment is either sit on your hands and just wait and ignore all this major FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt, and all this major manipulation, either being through the media that the US government is selling Bitcoin, or even the price movement of Bitcoin being in this short-term bearish trend. Ignore the FUD and just dollar cost average, because ultimately, guys, we have looked at the cycles and we know exactly what time it is. We are just about to see a major breakout towards the upside, and once again, this was just a major manipulation. And if you're not going to buy these fearful moments, you're going to buy the absolute top. Because ultimately, guys, you want to buy low and sell high. And this is not the end of the bull market. And we could expect a major breakout towards the upside. But guys, let's go on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. Because we saw we came all the way back down into this major support zone, which we have marked a long time ago. Because we saw exactly here, we saw previous support, and also support along this line, and the price movement came down and saw a fast recovery at all these levels. So once again, guys, I do just believe that this is just a major liquidity grab. What is going to be important is that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to close on the 4-hour chart above the 13 moving average, being the 93,000, and also this upward sloping trend that we have marked on the daily chart. So this is going to be an important level for Bitcoin. And once again, the 61.8 from the daily chart perfectly lines up with the 100 moving average, the 200 moving average at the 38.2, and the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level is exactly at the 100,000 US dollars. And yes, this is exactly this level that we have looked at on the daily chart, in between the 100,000 US dollars and the 61.8. So this is going to be an important level for Bitcoin. If you want to trade all of these moves on the spot market, or even with the leverage without any KYC, go down in the video description below and sign up to BloFin, where you will receive a major deposit bonus if you sign up with my exclusive link, and you get also access to my free signal group where I post all of my leverage trades. But if you want to spend your crypto with a physical or even virtual Visa card, make sure to sign up to REDOTPay, where you can sign up for a virtual card for only 10 US dollars with no fixed costs, with no monthly fees, and you can also order a physical card for only 100 US dollars. If you're falling under the MiCA regulation and you have problems withdrawing your cryptocurrency, your profits, you can spend all of your cryptocurrency globally with REDOTPay. The link is in the video description below, and you also receive a 5 US dollar bonus if you sign up with my exclusive link, and a virtual card only costs 10 US dollars, so you're getting a 50% discount if you use my exclusive link. But let's go over to Solana, because ultimately guys, we have looked at this major symmetrical triangle. We saw this breakout, this major retest of this downward sloping trend exactly here, and the price movement of Solana saw a perfect bounce all the way to the 50 moving average, exactly at the levels of $220, and the overall crypto market saw this major correction, Bitcoin and all of the altcoins. But yes, in previous video I told you that Bitcoin and all of these cryptocurrencies don't like these V-shaped recoveries, that the price movement comes down, sees a bounce all the way to the upside and continues towards the upside even higher. No, the price movement normally forms a double bottom, which is a reversal pattern. So ultimately guys, if we're going to form this higher low, come back above the 100 moving average on the daily chart for Solana, this would be extremely bullish. And yes, we would be forming this major W, this double bottom, which is a reversal pattern, and this breakout towards the upside is going to break its previous all-time high, the new all-time high for Solana. So yes guys, use the buying in this major accumulation phase, ignore all the FUD. Bitcoin could see a major reversal exactly within these levels, and yes, once again also form this W, this major W towards the upside, and this is going to break to new highs. So yes guys, by this major fearful moment, you're buying the lows of this major manipulation and accumulation zone. And if you want to find out more to be profitable during this bull market, make sure to be subscribed to B4Crypto, and most importantly guys, join my free Telegram group where I keep you up to date, because this is just a major bear trap in this major bullish move towards the upside, and you're still extremely early. So make sure to be for crypto and wake up and accumulate. And we see each other in the next video.